Yo, what's up guys? Jock from Mo Hotel Adventures back with you for another Saturday afternoon in lockdown, as per normal on a Saturday, back in Devon. So anyway, today I'm back in the van, chilling out a little bit, and I'm just going to crack myself one of these little babies, which is a Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona Beer Brewery Co. So I'm just going to open that. I'm a little bit dry in the throat, so basically just give me a bit of lubrication before I start yapping on about anything. Anyway, today's video, this week I've been thinking about obviously things to talk about with people with motorhomes, people that haven't not a lot of experience maybe in motorhomes and stuff like that, other people who've got experience, and any additional information that people can add to this video, just hit us up in the description or send us a message or whatever. But anyway, so I'm sort of talking today about motorhome security and how to protect your motorhome. We've had a few, when you get traveling on the road, normally we don't get any problems whatsoever with security or what issues, whatever. People on campsites, no problem at all. Everybody's camping exactly the same. So, but anyway, occasionally you might get that odd occasion where you feel like you might be threatened, or we had one particular occasion. I'm just going to run through this story quickly before it disappears from my mind while it's fresh in my mind. We were on a road trip. I'd set up this road trip. It was in the winter. It was over Christmas, running into New Year, and we were going to do 5 Hard Rock cafes within. It was going to be around about a 10-day trip. So we set off from England, and we went over on the ferry. We ended up our first Hard Rock Cafe, which was in Brussels in Belgium. So we had good camper parking in Brussels, believe it or not. If anybody wants to know more information about that, hit me up again. So I'm not going to sort of dive into too much detail. From there we went into from Brussels we went to Amsterdam in Holland, and we had Christmas in Amsterdam and visited the Hard Rock Cafe. That's what it was all about, the Hard Rock Cafe road trip. From there into Hamburg. I think we left Amsterdam on Boxing Day and then drove to Hamburg. We spent a couple of nights up in Hamburg, northern Germany, which is another favourite city of ours. From Hamburg we went on to Berlin. Incredible. Around Christmas time it was just incredible. We're just when you're in lockdown and you've done some amazing things like that, you just get to the stage where you're like, oh my god, you just got to like try and put it out of your mind. It's because we had such a good time all the way through whole trip. Going from there, we left Berlin and we ended up we were heading to Cologne in Germany for our final Hard Rock Cafe, and we were going to celebrate New Year's Eve in Cologne, right on the side of the Rhine River. So we were down there. We found the Stellplatz parking for motorhomes, which was pretty secure. We felt really secure. It wasn't a problem with us because you pull in on some of these Stellplatz for New Year's Eve. It was really busy. There was a lot of motorhomes in there, a lot of Germans, and my little roller team at the time, we dodged in the little roller team, and we're sort of, you know, just towered above the roller team with these huge Concorde super well, they call, I think in Germany they actually call them land yachts. Some of these motorhomes, you get the Morellos, you get the Concords, Niels and Bischoff, stuff like that. And so we felt really good. We got a nice park there looking over the river, and we were sort of chilling out. It was just like so nice. And anyway, it was running up to New Year's Eve, the afternoon, and we thought we'd just take a little hike down the river and basically sort of plan out a bit of a route, what we're going to walk into the evening to get into the city in the evening. There's a big dome there, big cathedral there, which is a bit of a landmark of Cologne. And so anyway, we're walking, we're setting off, walking down the river, and walking on down, and we noticed this camper van. There was a motorhome parked on the side of the river, and it was just out on its kind of own. You know, we were kind of like, wow, you know, just like it's a bit strange. And anyway, we walked on by and we were admiring it because it was a Deathlefs Alpa with a big rear lounge, and it was sat there, so they had the ultimate view right across the river, the bridge in Cologne, awesome. And we were just sort of like basically checking out that we looked at Def Leppard Helpers, and we were like, that is a really super van. And purely for the fact of that rear lounge and stuff in the back, you get some incredible vision. And anyway, on we went into the city, having a little look around and taking some photographs, as you do. And anyway, then we were kind of like, right, we're going to walk back to the motorhome, get sorted out, and maybe have maybe a couple of beers. Maybe get some food. I can't remember even. Oh, because we were actually heading into the Hard Rock Cafe, so that was going to be our 5th Hard Rock Cafe to visit on New Year's Eve, the end of the trip. So I'd be back in there for one of their burgers and stuff. And anyway, on the way back up, we were approaching the Def Leppard again, and the guy, the owner of the Def Leppard, was out smoking a cigarette outside. And we were sort of like checking it out again. We're like, wow, that's really nice. And he was like, okay, you know, kind of thing. And we were like, yeah, nice motorhome, man. You know, sort of like really nice. And hey, you must come and check out the interior. You know, we're like, well, yeah, nice, thanks a lot. And really hospitable, you know. So we'd get up in this guy's motorhome, and his wife was in there doing some knitting, and an older couple in the motorhome world, an older couple, and really friendly. And anyway, I sort of said, hey mate, you know, just out of curiosity, like, you know, you're sort of out here, you're not in the camper park, and you know, why are you you're not too bothered about maybe security, you know, and stuff. And he's like, no, it's okay. And previous, we didn't know. Well, we'd sort of like, maybe we did know when it happened, but I think it was a year previous in Cologne on New Year's Eve. They had a big problem with an influx of like almost immigrant people coming in and swarming the city, and there was a lot of big trouble. And this guy said about this situation, and we were like, God, you know. And yeah, so we were, wow. So yeah, on about security and stuff. And yeah, if you look on the internet, I'm not going to sort of say too much about it, but if you look on the internet about a New Year's Eve in Cologne, they, like I say, they had this massive problem, and there was a lot of people that were almost robbed, and yeah, so it's pretty bad. So yeah, we were kind of like, oh my God, that's pretty scary. So he was saying that basically around New Year's Eve, in the evening, there was going to be a big police presence maybe and stuff, and we were like, crikey, you know. And anyway, I said, hey, so how do you feel about security, you know, in your motorhome sat here? And he said, I have security. And we were like, oh, right, okay. And anyway, there was a drawer, and he pulled the drawer, and I'm like, is that what I think it is? And it was a pistol. I don't know what pistol. And he said, they come to my door, and I have security. I'm like, okay, mate. So it was kind of like, yeah, okay. But hey, you guys, believe it or not, which we sort of didn't see it so much in the daytime, but he said, look at in amongst the trees on the side of the river, there was a lot of like immigrant people living in tents on the side of the river. And bearing in mind, it was New Year's Eve in the winter, and it was majorly cold. And yeah, so bit of a situation really. But yeah, so we were kind of, wow. So anyway, we were a little bit we're okay, you know. We're a little bit sort of like, okay. Anyway, we had a chat with them, and we left them, and it was all good and whatever. And off we went back to our motorhome, and obviously then you start kind of thinking, you know, and a little bit even more wary. But that evening we went into Cologne. We had a good time. We visited the Hard Rock Cafe, and they were really good in there. I had an amazing time. And we were sat at the bar having some drinks prior food, and well, I think, yeah, because we were waiting. We had I don't know if anybody of you guys have been to the Hard Rock Cafe. They give you these bleepers for when your table becomes available, and so we were sat at the bar And the lady on the entrance when we went in said, "Oh, so you have this bleeper and you sit and wait and wait." And I said, "Believe it or not, we've been doing that for 5. This is the 5th Hard Rock Cafe in the last 10 days we've been to, and we've done that before this week." So she didn't say nothing, but she must have informed her manager that we've done 5 Hard Rock Cafes, and we're sat at the bar. Anyway, the next thing, the manager comes up to us and says, "You guys, you've done the 5 Hard Rock Cafes and you've come to Cologne for number 5. You need champagne." And we're like, "We do need champagne. We need..." And anyway, he poured up some champagne for us, and yeah, so I just love Germany. Is a great place. It's just like the German people and stuff. We've met some incredible German people in the past, and love the country to get bits, you know. And but yeah, so there was an incredibly big police and army presence in the city on New Year's Eve in Cologne, and yeah, so anyway, we had a great night. We returned relatively early. Well, we were back by midnight to our motorhome, and we were literally watching all the fireworks across the city. And in Cologne, they do not stop till the morning. And the next day, we literally drove out the Stelpath and back out through the city, and I've never seen so much carnage of cardboard scattered all over the city in a city in my life. Probably Run to the Sun at Newquay was probably that kind of not even that kind of carnage of the stuff across the city. But anyway, that was that. So back to motorhome security, and I thought what I would do is just say to you guys about what we've got on this van, just to keep us a little bit of peace of mind, keep us safe. And we have on this motorhome, well, I'm just going to pick up that camera and turn it around to my steering wheel, and I don't know if you can see that. It's the steering wheel lock. In fact, this one here is one that my dad gave me years ago, and that he used to use on some of his vehicles. And so it's just to extend it out, lock it up, and obviously, yeah, it just, the old deterrent, you know the score. And this one here is a really old school one, so it's really good metal. It's hard metal, so it's a good old bit of kit, that one. So that's one thing that we've got for when we're just stationary, dormant like this a little bit. A lot of people have the covers to go on their pedals. Obviously, with being the auto, there's only like 2 pedals on this one, so that is adequate enough for that one. And well, the other main thing that we've got on this thing for security, fitted by Mr. Eddie of Van Bits in Taunton. They do some incredible security alarm systems for motorhomes. So on this van, we've got this strike back growler. On the previous motorhome, our roller team, we had fitted just a strike back, which was again a really impressive bit of kit. This one here, we've gone up a little bit with the growler. You get, instead of on the strike back, you get little red LEDs on the outside of the van, which you get 2 of, which you get 1 at the back, 1 at the front. On this system now, the growler, we have 3 LEDs that flash at night. I'm going to chuck a picture in because I did a picture the other night. I don't really know what it's going to turn out, but when it was pitch black outside, I got a quick little shot of it or something in there. So I'll tuck that in the video here. And so you get 3 blue flashing LEDs, and they're really bright flashing. So when you armor the motorhome, you got these 3 lights, and well, there's a little switch. I'm not going to go too much into switches and stuff and about what they're doing, but we have got a switch down in just on the right hand of the driver's steering wheel there that you can switch down to lower the power to the bulb, so it's not so intrusive. If you're parked next to somebody quite close and you want to armor it, but it's not going to be a real beam of blue light and be too intrusive for them, you know. So, but it's just that kind of a blue light on a motorhome, 3 blue lights flashing on the motorhome. It's a really good deterrent. I will tuck in a sticker as well. We've got some stickers on the outside of the motorhome that you get from Van Bits that notify people that it's got an alarm system on it. So basically, yeah, it's just a incredible. You got a little fob that you can armor it up when you leave the motorhome. This one here, you can also, to give you peace of mind when you're sleeping in this motorhome, you can armor it up when you're inside. So you throw another little switch that's on the inside of the motorhome, and then you can armor it like you're armoring it on the outside when you're inside. So because if you armor it when you're inside and start walking around, it can trigger the alarm system. So you've got to throw the switch and then armor it. But it just then, so you're sat inside your motorhome, just remember not to go outside. You open the door in the middle of the night for some reason and your alarm system is going to go off. And this thing has got a siren under the bonnet. It's got 2 sirens at the back, and believe me, tuck another picture of the sirens on the rear. I've just done a picture of that. But believe me, this system, that's why they call it a growler, because it will scare you to death. It is so loud. The first, we had it fitted, and off we were on our maiden trip actually, and we were in the country somewhere. And I said to my wife, I said, I'm going to pull over and try this alarm system out, and got right out in the sticks, out the way, and so we did it out in the sticks, and my God, we were like, we were kind of on our own out in the sticks, and I was still kind of like, oh my God, I need to turn that off. It was so noisy. But hey, you guys, that's what you need on your motorhome, and believe it or not, you know, that just gives you so much peace of mind. And like I say, you know, if we're in the country, yeah, we live in the country, and sometimes if you're in the city where there's loads of traffic noise and stuff like that, you know, you're kind of like not used to that. You know, we're not used to that living in the country. So yeah, and it just, like I say, to get yourself a good night's sleep, right? There's noise outside, there's cars beeping horns, and you know, basically just hit that button and enable the alarm system, and then it's kind of like peace of mind, right? If anybody tries to actually get in my motorhome, there's going to be a lot of noise going on. But so that's the system we've got in here, and the guys that install these things at Vanbits, Eddie's done 2 systems for us now, and without a doubt, they're so I like my stuff like nice and tidy, and these guys are just like so neat with the wiring, all the little bits and pieces all spot on, and yeah, totally. Vanbits at Taunton. You can go, and if you're the other end of the country, they've got a campsite where you can stay. And obviously, if you're having any work done on your van, you stay there for nothing. And they've got full shower facilities and waste and everything you need there, water top up and everything. And we went up there. We dropped our van off in the morning, and off. It was going to be a few hours to obviously have this system. It was going to be into the afternoon, to be honest. That's how it was a fair job to have the installation done. And so, but it wasn't a problem. We ambled into Taunton, and from there you can go into the into the town, and you know, we went into the Witherspoons there and had some breakfast, took it steady, had some coffee and stuff, you know, and chilled out for a bit, and then had a wander around the town, picked up some bits, and then basically just before we left it, getting into about 2:30, some of that, we thought, right, we'll mosey on back. So we dodged into a supermarket there, and we had our big, I bought some new ones, some recycling bags, and we just done a big shop in the M&S food hall there, got some serious groceries. Like I say, we were going over, we were like leaving there, and then we were going on a trip. So yeah, so we got outside the M&S, got a taxi, and took us straight back to the fitment place, Eddie's place at Vanbits. So back there, and there's a motorhome outside, and we're like, yes, ready to go. So it's absolutely perfect timing. Shut the shopping in the car, or in the motorhome. And while my wife was starting to sort the shopping out, I went in to see Eddie, and sorted everything out. But absolutely top class job. So that's enough about that one. But anyway, so in the meantime, also they fitted a tracker system. So we have a tracker system on this motorhome, which we have a app on my phone. This is a MetaTrack tracking system on here, so you get an app on your phone, and then you've got your login. So you log in, and it gives you a map of where your motorhome is permanently. You get it tells you everything, to be honest. It tells you everywhere where you've been in the past, where you've stopped. Incredible. I find it really handy for trips. If you go on a trip and you like, yeah, and I've looked back on it like, crikey, what did we stop there? And yeah, we pulled in and had a bacon sandwich or something, or a cup of coffee, you know. But yeah, so it's a really good thing for routing out your trip and stuff as well, looking back on where you stopped, where you've been. And one thing with that, which the first trip we had over, we got on the Eurotunnel or the ferry, and you've got to enable the transportation mode, because if you take the if you turn off the ignition and they sense the van is moving while the ignition's turned off, the next, I was like, oh my god, who's this ringing me? Hello. Oh, it's a guy from MetaTrack. Just checking. Are you with your motor? Ah, yeah, I'm with my motorhome. I'm actually on the Euro train. Ah, you need to. So sorry, mate, but it works. It works, and they don't mind ringing you up. That's all part of the deal. I do pay a yearly subscription on that. I'm not going to get too carried away with costs and stuff at the moment, but yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, it's worth every penny. And when you've got a really nice motorhome, you've got all your stuff in it, and you just don't want it going walkies. So basically, that's what we've actually got on this motorhome. Cheers, by the way. Happy lockdown. Well, it is now going to be a couple of weeks and the floodgates open. It looks like the campsite is going to be reopening, so which is incredible news. And we're pretty happy about that. It's been a long haul. And yeah, it'd be good to get back and start doing a few bits and pieces as well. You know, we're just like, but it's been a long time. But hey ho, you can't do nothing about it. Everybody's in the same boat. I've been ticking along, making these YouTube videos, and I hope people have found them. I know there's a few people who've had some comments and tips, and it's just stuff that we've like picked up along the way and learned and stuff. And if I can help a few people out, that's all well and good. So yeah, I've been making a few YouTube videos, getting our camera equipment up to speed, and I'm really happy because I'm not gonna babble on too much longer now. But so basically, I'm just showing you the security issues that we've done on this van and stuff. You know, the blah blah blah. Right, the next thing I want to show you is something that I've just started getting into this week, and we've been doing some incredible photography and stuff. I don't know if you've been, if you follow us on Instagram, Mo Hotel Adventures on Instagram. We try and hit out some really good travel photos when we do get traveling. There is a fair few photos on there that we've done in previous trips and stuff, so some good photos on there. So anyway, I have just got myself a nice printer. I haven't had a printer for a long time. You go through periods of time where you think, do you need a printer? You got your photos and stuff. But anyway, I've ended up with another printer, which I am so happy about. So back in January, we were doing some photography down on the coast, down this way in South Devon. We were down on Slapton Sands, and there was some, yeah, we just did a bit of a, well, there is some YouTube videos of driving around Start Point and stuff like that, Blackpool Sands along the south coast. It's stunning. Anybody that's interested in coming down there and wants any information, we know a lot of the campsites down around there, and some really nice recommendations of campsites. And but anyway, we were down there in January and taking some pictures, and I have just done a picture. I'm just going to show you guys this picture, which I'm so happy about. We've just done the print on this, and on some stunning paper. And I'm just going to bring the camera up a little bit closer because I'm really happy with this print, how it's rocked out. And there you go. Rightio, I'll drop that back over there. So yeah, I am really happy. So yeah, so I've been just sorting out a few prints and stuff. So that was one of my favourites at the moment, which I'm well chuffed about. And so yeah, make a comment. Do you like it? Do you want to buy it? Do you want to buy it? Well, super motorhome deal on this. Anybody that wants a super picture, we will send you a sticker, a Mohotel Adventure sticker as well to go with it for a real knockdown price. Seriously. But no, seriously. Yeah. So that's basically what we've been all about in this period of lockdown. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna say cheers. Take it easy. Hope you found it informative. Know the score. Didn't get many subscribers this week. Boo-hoo. What's going on? Hey, if you've watched this video, and you know, if literally I've helped you in any way, want any information, speak to me, Jofster, on Mohotel Adventures, Instagram. Hit us up. Give us a hit up on the subscription or something, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna knock it on the head there. Cheers. Have a good afternoon. Bye.